Alright kids, welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to make a fire pit out of a old water tank. This is an expansion tank. And this is just going to be a portable fire pit, something I'm going to use in the driveway when we're hanging out. And mostly I want it for Halloween, so when the kids come up I can stay warm. I'm going to cut the top of this off, and then the part I cut off will be the stand. I'll just flip it over, you'll see. I'm not doing anything special here. I'm just going to come up 4 inches from the center line and cut it. I'm not sure how this bladder's attached. Looks like there's some kind of ring in here holding it in. I'm going to cut it out and see what I'm in for. There's some kind of ring that's in the groove. You see the groove right there? What I'm going to do is I'm just come down below the groove, cut it off, and be done with it. The ring is actually holding the part I cut on. Once I mess with it here, you'll see it pops right off. I should have just tried to do this in the first place. Now that I have this thing cut off, it's way too short. And guess what? I'm going to weld it back on. Who didn't see that coming? After that nonsense is done, let's start building the base. This is pretty easy. Just clean it up, flip it over, and weld it on. The way it is, it's not very stable. So I'm going to weld these small pieces of angle in there, and that'll stiffen everything up. I'm going to try to put a ring around the top of this. I got my welding table. I'm just going to trace this and weld some tabs on here, heat this up, bend it around. Alright, I'm using all thread because I have so much of this you just can't imagine. On the job site, everyone throws this away, the HVAC guys and the electricians, so I just have a ton of these little stubs. So I'm going to space it out, the diameter of the all thread, because that's pretty close to what this is. I guesstimated 4 inches, so I have 8 of them. I think that'll be good enough. So I'm going to tack these into place. Once I started bending this, I realized I should have spaced out the all thread to around 2 inches. Because I'm leaving some flat spots here. You have to be careful. I'll be able to fix it later. Alright, at this point, I'm trying to hammer out some of those flat spots caused from bending. I know it's a fire pit, but I do want it to look decent. I don't like the way the top of this looks with the weld and everything. So I have this 4-inch piece of aluminum. So I'm going to wrap it with the aluminum. And if you see here, I have it clamped on. And I use a light flame, more acetylene than oxygen. And I heat it up, and the weight of the aluminum just molds to the fire pit. I overlap the end about 2 inches or so, because I'm going to have to bolt this ring on.
This looks a lot better. And no, that aluminum is not going to melt. It's not going to get that hot. Let's drill some air holes in this thing. This is deceiving. It takes a lot to keep this going. It doesn't seem like it's getting enough air. I think I'm going to redesign this. I think I might turn this into a rocket stove. See, I painted it up real nice down here. So now, the idea of the rocket stove is it has air inlet here, and then it has a inlet for fuel. And then the idea is you put you cook off of it. Well, this is the only thing I have right now, so I'm going to put this big old pipe on the side of it, and I'm probably just going to feed it from the top with the fuel. That should give me plenty of air. So let's do that now. Let's cut that out and get this thing installed. Take a piece of all thread and bend it around the pipe. This is going to act like a beauty ring, and it's just going to cover up that crappy burn job. I know it's just a burn pit, but I still want it to look somewhat decent. This looks pretty good. I like it. Let's put a coat of stove paint on this. Make it look a little better. Alright, let's give this thing a shot. Let's go fire it up. Just in time for the kids to come.
I'm going to say that's a success.
This thing performed great. We fed it all night. It gave off a lot of heat, and it didn't have that much smoke. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.